Hey guys, it's Sam Adams. Thanks to King George, it's tax season in 1773. Yeah, that's right. He's still taxing our beloved tea. Can you imagine getting taxed on something that you love, like ice cream? Anyway, in 1770, we managed to convince the British Parliament to get rid of the other nasty taxes, the ones on paint, glass, and lead. But they kept the worst one, on tea. My fellow colonists are not amused. Yeah, we've reached our last straw. After years of being taxed on tea, King George and Parliament have recently decided to prop up their crony company, the East India Company. Not like we colonists were struggling with money problems. I mean, think about all that money we lost from the tea tax. The East India Company was the only one who could sell tea in the colonies. Unfair, right? New York, Philadelphia, and Charleston all did the smart thing. They canceled their tea shipments. But not Boston. The loyalist local governor Hutchinson insisted that all tea entering the Boston harbor must be taxed. Typical loyalists. We Bostonians were having none of that. Now, a great organization called the Sons of Liberty. Yeah, I'm the founder, aka head honcho of this awesome group. Decided that we need to act. Previously, we had protested the Stamp Act in 1765, but now we had to protest the East India tea monopoly, plus something that we've all heard by now: no taxation without representation. And we were successful in protesting in every colony except Massachusetts. The governor, though, would not back down. And neither would we. In late November, the ship, the Dartmouth, arrived carrying a ton of tea. We were furious and demanded that the Dartmouth captain sail back to home, but he refused. Why? Because we weren't going to pay those tea taxes. We had to act quickly and take drastic action. So on December 16th, a bunch of us got together to decide our next steps at the old meeting house. Just look over there. My fellow patriots are furious. Good thing King George isn't here because it would get ugly. This turned out to be a critical day in history, with the colonies taking a defiant stand against British rule. I just got news that the pesky Governor Hutchinson wouldn't let the Dartmouth and the other ships carrying tea sail home. Well, I decided we had to do something. And soon. I announced, "This meeting can do nothing further to save the country." And within 10 or 15 minutes, people poured out of the meeting and headed to the harbor to take action. Man, everyone was fired up. Look at those guys, and they're wearing Indian costumes. Our fellow colonists managed to dump over 300 crates of tea in the harbor. Oh boy, here comes trouble. I may or may not have been involved in the Tea Party. You'd have to ask George over there to get the truth. But I did immediately get to work talking about it and defending it. It wasn't a lawless mob. We were principled protesters defending our constitutional rights. Colonists like John Adams, my beloved cousin, and others began to jump on board. We all started giving up tea, calling ourselves patriots, and realizing that it might just not be possible to get along with the British anymore. Plus, after the Boston Tea Party, the British just had to make things worse. Instead of removing the taxes we hated, they shut down our port of Boston and sent over 1,000 soldiers with the coercive acts. We refer to them as the intolerable acts. What in the world? We're not the enemy. We're supposed to be part of the British Empire, but maybe not anymore. You can say that the Boston Tea Party was the critical event that sparked the American Revolution. See you next time.